How bad is the Squier Sonic Mustang? Not bad at all. Hey, it's Carl from artistshred.com, and I am here with the Squier Sonic Mustang. Now, I did the unboxing of this a couple months ago. I've played it a lot since then, gave it a bit of a setup. I'll talk about that shortly. It's the type of guitar that I did not actually have super high hopes for because, and I know this is almost blasphemy to say, I didn't love the Bullet Mustangs. I know in the mod community, those things were very popular, and I do understand why, of course, but I just didn't really like them. But I like this thing. Let's talk about first some of the specs. People seem to get mad when I make mistakes with the specs because of course I research these things, but red light fever, man. If you don't make videos, you don't know. So in any case, let me read it. Maple neck, pretty obvious. Does have that nice skunk stripe. These are crafted in Indonesia. 24-inch scale length, of course. It's a Mustang. 22 frets, 9.5-inch fretboard radius. So this is where it differs from the Bullet. Bullet has a 12-inch fretboard radius, a little bit flatter. Narrow, tall frets, synthetic bone nut, 2 ceramic single coils. That's also the new series, has single coils. The Bullets only came in humbucker, 2 humbucker styles, which, by the way, I'll have that review coming soon as well. Oh, and by the way, the color here is Torino red. When I did my unboxing, I didn't love the color, and it's really grown on me. I really like this red now. So, sometimes first impressions can be wrong. Guitar's a little dirty. I've played it a lot, and it's got a lot of fingerprints and other stuff on it. Volume, tone, freeway switch, 6 saddle bridge, bolt-on neck, and it comes stock with light electric guitar strings, 9s, so 9 to 42. Of course, it's got the cheap tuners, standard for cheap guitars. If you have a problem with that, well, you shouldn't be getting a cheap guitar, of course. Now, like I said in the unboxing, I really love the pickup style here. The plastic covers on these Mustang style these Mustang style pickups. Really fun to me, a really cool look. So as far as aesthetically, really nice. How does it sound? Well, we'll get to that. Oh, and it does come with a hex wrench to adjust the neck if you need to, the truss rod, and it comes with the smaller Allen wrench to adjust the saddles. Out of the box, if you saw the unboxing, you know, no fret sprout, no fret issues, okay? I did drop the string height a little bit. I think it was around 2 millimeters, dropped it a little bit below that, and, set the intonation. A video on the channel on how to set intonation. Very easy. If you first time doing it, I'll bet it will take you no more than 20 minutes if you've never set intonation on a guitar before. So it's really easy. You do need a screwdriver to adjust the saddles forward and backward. And as far as adjusting the string height, yeah, you do it on the saddles with the little Allen key there if you need to. Out of the box, it came fine. Even like the intonation, I feel like maybe sometimes I harp on that too much. Some of that is it's just an easy thing to really take a little bit of time to set up. But if you're a beginner, you don't want to set intonation. It's not gonna make a vast difference unless the intonation is just way off. Not a huge deal there. Here's the thing. I didn't have to do much setup on this guitar, and I love that for a beginner's guitar because I hate that a beginner would have to spend extra money on it. You're buying a cheap guitar because you want to see if you're even gonna really stick with a hobby, right? So if you got to spend an extra $100 or an extra $50, whatever a setup costs in your area, it kind of sucks. So it's always nice when you don't need to do one, and or don't have to do much of one. I will say the humbucker one, I haven't actually completed the setup on that, but really the only difference is with that one, board's a little dry, so I'm gonna put some lemon oil on it. But that one also did not need any real setup beyond, again, intonation, string height. But again, even that, it wasn't terribly off, intonation wasn't terribly off, so all good there. But we'll cover more of the humbucker guitar later. At some point, maybe in that video, I'll talk about which one I like better. Not too much more to say. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised with this one. It's a really fun guitar. You know, I'm not a super big fan of short scale. You know, I'm really tall, have big hands. So a short scale guitars always feel kind of tiny on me. So like I'm 6'5", and you know, this guitar is, you know, a smaller guitar, but it's not a drastic difference, obviously. I mean, 24-inch scale length is not like a mini guitar. But, you know, I guess if you have small hands and that kind of thing is important to you, short scale might be better for you. I really think that's a little bit overblown, that whole small hands needing a smaller guitar type of thing, because there are so many guitarists that do have small hands that play full-size guitars. If you do like Mustangs and you don't want to buy a more expensive one, well, these aren't bad at all. How do they sound? That's another thing. Really surprised how much I like these pickups. To compare them to some other single coils, where's my Epiphone? 1 second. So here's another guitar, cheap guitar. This one's cheaper, but cheap guitar with cheap ceramic single coils. And for whatever reason, I didn't love how these sounded, and I couldn't get sounds I really loved out of it. Not that it's terrible or anything like that, but I really like these Squier Sonic single coils for some reason. So, you know, shoot me. Yeah, not too much negative to say about this guitar. It's not a perfect guitar. It doesn't, cheap tuners, you know, it doesn't stay in tune as well as a guitar with, you know, better hardware. In case I didn't mention, it does have a synthetic bone nut. And the nut was cut well, installed well. What would I do with this? Would I mod this if I was keeping it? Do I think this is... Yeah, I think it'd be a pretty fun mod guitar because I already like it, right? And yeah, I might give it some other kind of pickups, but I like these pickups, so, you know, whatever. But modding is fun, so, you know, I get why people mod these things. Yeah, it plays well, it's fun to play. I'm just repeating myself. Anything negative about this guitar? Not really. If you're a beginner and you're looking, like, this isn't my favorite cheap guitar, right? The MS450 you can often find for around $200. So if I'm going favorite cheap guitar, that one blows this out of the water still. But if you want this style of guitar, you want a shorter scale length, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this. Real sweet. As always, I'm talking too much, aren't I? If you like these reviews where I'm rambling far too much, subscribe, like this video. Yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. I will be reviewing the humbucker version. Might be already live. I'll link it in the pinned comment and in the description if it's already live. Let's get to some sound demos because those are always fun. So until next time. So as you can hear, it is a single coil. You're gonna get some of that noise, some of that hum. I do have a pretty strong noise gate on this, but only in the middle position do you really get less noise. Just an issue with single coils, something to keep in mind and remember. So, back to it. Oh man, I'm sweating. I'm getting like sweat on this guitar. So, fucking playing.